Hey everyone, it's Nicole Spohr here today for Spellbinders with an extra special foiled cards video to share with you. This video features the March 2020 Glimmer of the Month Club Kit called Eggstra Special. I'm also going to be using the large die of the month for March called Basketful of Bunnies, because what is cuter than some bunnies, and of course a great little basket for all of those eggs in the Glimmer of the Month. One of the things that I am loving that Spellbinders did this month is that the 4 big kits of the month, card kit, small, large, and glimmer, all coordinate. So you can work and use them together, which I think is fantastic. I'm going to take the 3 glimmered eggs from the kit and I am going to glimmer them on some different colors of Fun Stampers Journey cardstock. We're going to be using all the cardstock today, it feels like, but I really wanted these beautiful pastel eggs in a fun little pastel basket, and of course the great background and all the things. And I just kind of kept going and going. I'm going to foil the eggs on, I believe I ended up doing 5 different colors of cardstock, all pastel, and I'm going to use different colors of glimmer foil. So that purple that I used, that is actually an awesome newer foil, I believe, called Fuchsia Flower. And you might have noticed I was using a sand eraser. I left that in because I needed to remove quite a bit of overfoiling. For whatever reason, that particular time that I foiled, I had some overfoiling. Now this is the pink foil on Bubblegum Fun Stampers Journey cardstock. The light purple cardstock is called Pretty Amethyst. You can find all of this information listed and linked below the video here or on the coordinating blog post that goes with this video. This is some Pool Play cardstock, and I am using the Skybright foil that comes with the Glimmer of the Month. So this is actually the color of foil that you're getting. And it's a beautiful new blue color. Spellbinders does some really awesome blues. I have them all, well, I say I have them all, I don't know, but I have quite a few different ones and I love all of them. So we foiled then eggs in that color, and then from there, I didn't really have color specific foils for my light orange and banana cream cardstock. So on banana cream, I actually used Speckled Prism. Oh my gosh, I want to do everything in the Speckled Prism and Speckled Aura. These 2 foils, gorgeous. Look at all, you definitely can tell the difference between the regular Prism foil and the Speckled. I love it. So again, that's linked in the supplies below. Now, there are some fantastic sentiments in the Glimmer of the Month. I have used them on some other cards. I used them when I did my Card Kit of the Month video. I'm using them in my Large Die of the Month video. So you're going to see these a lot. I think they're very, very useful. Now, my little tip for lining up words, if you want to do them in a row, I like to use a piece of low-tack tape. I tape them to the tape. Then I add the foil, then the cardstock, run it through my Glimmer hot foil system, then the die cutting machine to Glimmer. So I kind of did the rest of that off camera, excuse me. But the foiling or the taping part was what I wanted to show you there. And then I used the coordinating banner die to die cut my sentiment. So I've got my components now and I am ready to start putting this card together. That background you might recognize. I used this on my small die of the month, the Club Kit dies, and I loved it so much that I kind of kept with the whole theme. I hope that you guys can tell my excitement. I really love the kits this month. Sometimes I find Easter product to be kind of hit or miss with me in particular. And so if you really like the kind of Easter bunny-ish theme, I think that The kits are all phenomenal and lots of ways to use them. You don't have to just use the things for cards. I obviously am doing cards today, but they're just really, really amazing, and I can't say enough good things about them. So this basket, this was die cut from Cool Pool and Lemongrass cardstock. I used the basket weave insert for the top portion. I like to do a layer so that you kind of see something, a different color back behind the basket weave portion of it. And I glued those together, and then I'm backing my basket with foam adhesive to pop it up on the background. So as I was mentioning, my backgrounds are going to be similar, or pardon me, the same as my Small Die of the Month Club. This is the Bright Days Fun Stampers Journey embossing folder. So it's got some great texture, which is going to add interest to our background without overwhelming our die cut scene that we're building, which is obviously the focal point of our card. And I didn't want it to take away, but I wanted it to have a little something. Embossing folders are a fantastic way to do that. On a curved edge, my tip there is to take some thin foam adhesive. If you remove both sides of the backing paper, you can generally bend it around that curved edge, which is my favorite little hack for adding foam adhesive there, so that this basket handle lays beautifully on our card. Now, anything that's going to be tucked behind the basket, I want to adhere right away. So that's going to be just this little peach colored egg. What I want to mention about the Glimmer of the Month is that there are 3 glimmer plates, glimmer plate eggs, and then there's 3 sizes of egg dies. So I used the same 3 glimmer plates and glimmered all these colors of cardstock, and then I would die cut the different sizes of eggs. So you're going to just get little parts and pieces of some of them, but it gives you this beautiful assortment of eggs. I'm going to end up with way more eggs than I'm going to be able to use on this card. Thus, the reason that I went ahead and created a second card, because I'm going to have so many extras. Now, down near the base of the card, I'm going to add some greenery, little flowers. All of these are from the large die of the month. So if you're seeing any of these dies here, that's from the large die of the month club kit called Basket Full of Bunnies. Then the eggs I popped up or glued right inside. So we have a beautiful basket of foiled eggs. In real life, you guys, and maybe you can even see it a little bit. I'll pick the card up in a little bit and kind of turn it to its side. The foiling is stunning. I just can't get over it. I think it's such a fun way to do a card. And while this is very fun and maybe even a little playful, I think it does still have that elegance with the foiling. So definitely this card is just a really pretty one. I'm loving that Easter basket. I really just love everything. These are all totally my jam this month. Some of the eggs are tucked back behind the basket. Some are in front. We're going to layer in greenery. We're going to layer in flowers. And I actually kept adding in more flowers as I went. And I purposely picked a shade just a little darker than my eggs. So a little bit darker orange. That's the orange creamsicle. The pink I used was watermelon fusion. And the yellow was pineapple smoothie. Our background for contrast is banana cream. So it's not a huge difference, but I like that little bit of contrast with our flowers being a bit darker. We're going to take these little fashion silver accents from Fun Stampers Journey and pop them in the center of our flowers to finish it off. I like the silver. I think it kind of picks up some of the foiling and really just sets off the flowers beautifully. After we have added our flower centers, we are going to adhere this panel to a white top fold card base. That's going to be the final thing we'll do. And this first card is all finished. You can see though, I've got lots of eggs. I've got leftover greenery. So I really wanted to find a way to use those pieces and hopefully not have to create a whole bunch of extra. I know I'll need a few extra flowers and things, but I'm not going to actually need to foil anything but another sentiment for my second card. So there is my finished card. So again, we're using the Bright Days embossing folder. I did flip it the other way for this card, and I used a Essential Rectangles Etched die. So that's a die cut border, and I layered Cool Pool cardstock back behind. And this time I'm using the Bunnies from the large die of the month with my Glimmer of the Month Extra Special. So all of these eggs are left over. In fact, I had a lot more bigger eggs left than smaller eggs. And to be able to get enough eggs for my card, I'm actually just going to take that small die and die cut one of these larger eggs a little bit smaller so I have enough accents for my card. Another little hack for inlaying the eyes and the nose in the bunnies, I popped my bunnies up with foam adhesive. So I'm going to back them with foam adhesive, and when I flip them over, I can easily inlay their eyes and their nose right into the shape. Isn't that great? So kind of is a great little hack. No extra glue is needed, which I totally love. And then we're going to have these adorable little bunnies holding eggs and standing here in the center of our card. I did foil another sentiment from the Glimmer of the Month and this time I used Easter Wishes. Last time I used Happy Easter, so you can definitely do anything here. I think this would be a really great card, maybe even for a child, probably anyone. I would love it. I just think they're really cute. Fantastic dies. I popped that up with a little foam adhesive, and then we simply have a few extra little pieces to add to finish this card. So my leftover greenery pieces that I had from my basket, I'm just going to use here. And then I only think I have one little lone pink flower left over from the basket card. So I will grab the same cardstock colors that I used for the first card, and that's going to be Pineapple Smoothie, Orange Creamsicle, and Watermelon Fusion. And we will die cut additional flowers to decorate because I think they add a great little touch. I'm using a little liquid adhesive to glue all of those little parts and pieces in place. The center for the flowers on this card will also be those silver little fashion accents. I love the Tool-in-One for popping out pieces that I've die cut, in this case the eyes, and then I pick them up with a crystal katana and place them right where they go. That foam adhesive will just hold on to that, and we have a great inlay design. Each of the bunnies is also holding an egg. I like that the arm has that little die cut in it, so they can hold on to something. They could be tucked inside the basket and be hanging onto the basket. They can hold these eggs. I think a carrot die would be cute here. Whatever you want to do. And there is the finished card design. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for these 2 Easter cards featuring the Spellbinders March 2020 Glimmer of the Month called Eggstra Special. The supplies I used to create my cards are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here are a couple more videos featuring Spellbinders club kits that you might be interested in. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell to never miss a new card making video. Thank you so much for watching today, and we'll catch you next time.